Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So today we'll discuss the FTIR calibration procedure. So FTIR is widely used analytical techniques for material identification and quality control. So calibration of the FTIR ensures the accuracy, reliability and compliance with the regulatory and quality requirements. And I have already made the video on the basics of FTIR and its operation in my last video. So this presentation introduces the FTIR calibration in maintaining reliable analytical performance, right? Friends, my YouTube channel name is Pharma Quality. So please view, like, comment and subscribe my channel. So now we'll discuss the performance check for EP validation. So basically there are two validation types which can be done into the FTIR, that is EP validation and JP validation. So both the validation are inbuilt into the system, right? So let's have a discussion on the EP validation. So first of all, you need to log in into the system while entering your valid user ID and password. So basically I am demonstrating this procedure for using the instrument of shimadzu with the lab solution software, right? And then click on the instrument tab. So once you will enter your valid user and valid user ID and password, then there will be the option for the instrument. So you need to click on that and you have to be select the project option, right? So whatever the project has been created as per the current month and year, that you need to be select. And then after there will be the option of instrument type, right? So then you have to be click on that instrument type option, and from there select the instrument from the drop down menu and select the IR instrument. So you have to select the IR instrument from the software system, and there will be the option that is called lab solution IR. So this screen will display, and then here you need to select the macro option and click on EP validation based on EP 9.7. So there are multiple option will be available, and from that option you have to click on the EP validation because you are going to perform the EP validation, right? And there will be the option of macro execute window, right? Then you have to click on run tab. So from the macro execute screen there will be the option for the run, so you need to click on the run option, right? So once you will click on the run option, there will be the another screen that is called EP validation select method. So here you need to click on the setting option, and then EP select window shall display, and then click on instrument option, right? Then select the instrument type, window shall be displayed, then verify the instrument and click on OK. So here you need to verify the connected instrument that is OK or not, and then you can proceed while clicking on the OK option. And from the EP select windows click on the language. So there will be the option to select the language, right? Then select the language as a English and then click on OK option. And from the EP select window click on change beam. So select change beam, window shall be displayed, then select the change beam as unusing and click on OK. So select change beam, here you need to use the option unusing, right? And after that, from the EP validation select method window click on measurement option, right? So once you will click on measurement option, there will be the message that is instrument will be initialized. So once you will receive this message, then click on OK option, and then after system shall display the message found background data from previous session and ask to remove marked data. So you have to click on yes option, right? And then the instrument shall initialize automatically. So once you will click on the yes option, instrument shall automatically initialize, and after the initialization system shall display the message please uncheck continuous scan before measurement, right? Then click on OK option, and after that EP validation parameter setting window shall be open. Then enter the current temperature and relative humidity into that option, right? And enter the number of scans as 45 and fill the appropriate details like sample name, sample id, and there will be the option and comment, right? So after entering all these information, you have to click on OK option. So once you will put all the information and click on OK option, then system shall display the message, that is EP test 1 form of power spectrum. So once you will receive this message, then click on OK option, and then system shall display the message, remove sample from the sample compartment. Then you have to remove anything which are available into the sample compartment of the FTIR instrument, right? So once you will remove, then click on OK option. So now the instrument shall start the measurement automatically. So it will start the measures of the background and finish the background measurement, right? So here you can see like this will be the scanning of the background measurement, right? So once the background measurement will be completed, then system shall display the message set polystyrene film into the sample compartment, right? And then click on OK option. So this is the polystyrene film. You have to put this polystyrene film into the sample compartment, right? And then instrument shall start the measure the polystyrene film two times automatically and finish the measurement, right? So here you can see, and this will be the a message you will get, and then after you have to put this polystyrene film, and instrument shall start the measurements automatically. So you will have the spectra of this polystyrene film, right? So finally, once the spectra has been generated, then system shall display the message for EP validation result, and then you need to click on OK option and print the validation report. So here you can see it will display the pass result for the validation, and if it is fail, then it will display the fail message here, right? Now after EP validation, you need to perform the JP validation. So for the JP validation, the same procedure shall be followed for as per the EP as we discussed earlier, into the previous slides, right? So while going forward, you have to select the JP validation instead of EP validation, and all the process will be the same as we discussed for the EP, right? So now here we will discuss the acceptance criteria for JP and EP. So this acceptance criteria and report shall be automatically generated into the software system that is already configured within the system, right? So here the overall parameters of this calibration and validation, like first one is the power spectrum in percent transmittance, next is resolution performance, then wave number accuracy, then wave number reproducibility, and transmittance and absorbance reproducibility, right? So here you can have the look on the test description, wave numbers, and JP acceptance criteria and EP acceptance criteria, right? So as I discussed this, all the acceptance criteria is inbuilt, and you will have the direct report of the validation, either JP or EP. So you can verify those results from the report, right? So we'll not discuss more in details. Thank you so much.